go on. Can you walk out? Ooh. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
And yeah, immediately after putting this dude inside, he ran straight up to the glass to get a nice little drink of water off the droplets sitting there. It's pretty cool to see him using his claws to shovel the drops of water into his mouth. So yeah, dang, I guess he was pretty thirsty.
Oh yeah, bro, I almost forgot. Let me get a water dish in there. Dude, that guy was thirsty. He instantly went and tried to get some water. So I'm just gonna go put that one nice in the corner.
So yeah, I filled that up with a bit of water. With creatures like vinegaroons, you want to make sure their water dishes are very shallow, because they're not super smart. If their water dish was too deep, they might fall in and drown. So yeah. But anyways, my guy was having a lot of fun exploring around his new enclosure.
All right, now I want to check out if this guy's gonna try and eat. Maybe he'll even shoot his acid, I don't know, but they are nocturnal, so yeah, I mean, he might not even eat at all. But you already know, I got a little cricket. Crickets love me, obviously. Let's drop this guy in. Bye-bye.
I dropped a cricket directly next to the vinegaroon, so some action could theoretically happen right away. But if you've seen my other videos with nocturnal animals like scorpions, you'd probably know that they straight up just like to not eat during the day. Yeah, they'd rather let insects crawl right next to their mouth instead of eating them, apparently. But with this vinegaroon, it was a different story, because right after a minute of the cricket standing next to him, I noticed he actually started to strike towards the cricket to actually try and eat it. That means this vinegaroon was in hunting mode. And the next time the cricket came by, I noticed the vinegaroon use his little antenna to locate the location of the cricket, and then he walked over to strike it again. But unfortunately, he also missed once again. However, a bit later, I noticed that the vinegaroon had found the little water dish I put in there for him. He then proceeded to walk into the water to take a little bath, and I guess he was getting a bit more of a drink too, but the cricket was directly next to him still. And when the two creatures got a little bit closer, the vinegaroon once again struck and missed, but this time he was not going to give up and chased the cricket down to finally get a hold of it, all while splashing around in the water. But dang, bro now had an absolutely delicious, juicy cricket in his grasp, and yeah, he just started devouring it. Good catch, bro. I was not expecting that during the day.
Now, unfortunately, he didn't use his acid vinegar spray thing, and that's because I think they only use that for defense, and obviously I don't want to stress this guy out, so I'm not going to force him to do it, but I will show you guys this very cool footage of them doing it. Watch this.
So basically, like I was saying earlier, they arch their abdomen up, aim their tail up too, and boom, the vinegar sprays out right there. It's pretty cool to see it spray out, and it also has absolutely insane aim. Like here, the vinegaroon was able to spot on, hit the tweezers that was holding it. So basically, any sort of predator in the wild will know not to mess with this thing if it gets sprayed. It's a genius ability from the vinegaroon. But yeah, I put a lid on this enclosure, and boom, this is a pet vinegaroon. Now it's time for the real reason we're here, to test how strong beetles really are. And of course, I have the largest beetle species in the world, but I also have this one with insanely sharp mandibles, and this one that's pretty tiny, but it also has mandibles as well.
Now, I'll be starting with the smallest beetle and testing the weakest objects in this guy's mouth. But as the beetles get bigger, the objects will get bigger too. Until at the end, I'm gonna be putting my finger in this guy's mouth. Thankfully, though, I get to start with this little guy. It's a lot nicer.
This is called a rainbow stag beetle. And while it's the smallest beetle I have, it's still pretty insane looking, because if you look very closely, it actually is a shiny purple color. There's not that many animals that have a purple color like this, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And I already built this guy a little enclosure, so I put him inside. Even though this place is pretty small, that's exactly how they like it, because they kind of just chill around all day and don't really move much.
Now, the first object I'm going to test with this guy is a little pack of jelly. Technically, this won't test their strength, but I just want to show you how they eat, because it's actually pretty interesting.
Now, beetles like this are cool, because while they got their mandibles here, this is actually not their mouth. Their mouth is actually under the mandibles right here. So yeah, that's where they eat. The reason they have mandibles is so in the wild, the males can fight each other, and whoever wins the fight gets to go home with the female beetle. It's pretty interesting. But anyways, I went and put the jelly right in front of this guy. And these guys love sweet stuff like jelly or fruit. And in fact, I think this jelly is banana flavored, which is one of the beetle's favorite foods. So I thought this dude was just gonna start devouring it up right away. But in fact, he seemed kind of defensive and actually started attacking it with his mandibles. But after I really kind of started to shove it in his face, I think he got a little taste of it, and then he seemed very happy because he actually started to then eat it. And it's actually very cool to see how their mouth works. Yeah, he really just sucked all the juiciness out of this thing.
So let's close this for now, and let's actually go and get out our second beetle, which is this guy, and he has way bigger mandibles.
This is called a giraffe stag beetle. So yeah, this is also a stag beetle like the one before, but a slightly different version with these way larger mandibles that, if you actually look at them, are also way sharper. And yeah, they should be able to easily crush stuff way stronger than the previous beetle. And of course, I already got this dude's enclosure built, so I put him in as well.
All right, now for the object for this guy to crush, I've got a little piece of cardboard. Oh, also, I'm gonna take the beetle out of the enclosure for this experiment. Let's go.
So I didn't waste any time, and I just went and put this piece of cardboard in this dude's mandibles. And he sort of started to close his mandibles on it, but I'm not gonna lie, it was a kind of lackluster effort. I even tried putting it in at different angles to see if he could actually crush it, but yeah, he wasn't really doing a good job. So I decided to give him an easier object to crush, a paper towel. Surely he could at least make a hole through this with his insanely sharp mandibles. But yet again, even after putting it right at the super sharp part, yeah, it didn't really make much of an impact, to be honest.
Bruh, nah, these beetles got the most intimidating mandibles. Oh, he just almost bit me. But bruh, you can't even bite through cardboard or even a paper towel, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What are these mandibles for? You can't even bite through this stuff? Nah, I'm just kidding though. These are actually insane creatures. They're super cool. Let me get this guy back in his enclosure. Anyways, what I'm really excited about is testing this bad boy bite. Well, I mean, I'm not actually that excited. I do gotta put my finger in here, but let's just do this.
Yep, it's finally time for the craziest and also largest beetle in the world. A Hercules beetle.
You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to get my hands on one of these. They were out of stock everywhere, and I had to message so many people, but I finally did. It was super expensive, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, these guys live in the South American rainforests, and unlike other beetles in this video, they literally have fur on them. Yeah, that's how you know they're exotic. So that's not even mentioning they have these absolutely bonkers mandibles. Cause of what? The mandibles are basically like double the size of the body.
And I got a pretty solid sized enclosure for this guy, but I'll once again be doing this test outside the tank since they're so massive.
Now, before I put my finger in the mandibles, I first got something very close to a finger to find out the real damage I was about to face.
Yeah, I got a carrot, because you know, whenever I see videos of people like testing their fingers and stuff like car door windows or something, they always use a carrot first as like a good representation of what it's like before a finger. Bro, imagine he just chops clean through this carrot, and then I'm gonna have to put my finger in right after that. Jeez.
Anyways, I went and put the carrot in the mandibles without wasting any time. And guys, to be honest, I was kind of expecting this to rip through the carrot because they just look vicious. But after moving the carrot over tons of different parts of the mandibles, the most the beetle did was give a very light pinch to the carrot. And yeah, all it took was a bit of wiggling to get the carrot out.
Bruh, wait a second. I'm not even scared to do this anymore. Yo, that thing barely affected this carrot. I'm just gonna put my finger in right now. Hercules beetle, you don't even scare me. Let's do this.
So without wasting time, I just put my finger in. Found the perfect position to get pinched in the best way, and then the beetle started to close his horn mandibles down a bit. But I'm gonna be completely honest, this basically felt like nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of a pinch, but it is not bad at all. Now you might be thinking, bruh, Terragreen, what was that? This thing is so weak, and well, I actually kind of knew it was gonna be that weak. I'm not gonna lie. You see, the reason I got all these insects, I wanted to make this video was to actually show you guys something, and it was to show you all that many of these insects like this beetle might look scary, they're actually such cool and fascinating creatures that we have to show our respect to. And yeah, I mean, some of them are definitely deadly, and you do kind of want to stay away from them, like the centipede, but still, they're so cool. And yeah, hopefully I showed you that with this video. And remember, guys, check out the new Peregrine plushies that just dropped. It's the only reason these videos are possible to make, because you guys support the channel, and I really think they turned out so cool. Seriously, bro, this guy's so cute, and this guy is so derpy. And I love the channel logo, how it's all over both of them. And if you want to check out another video, you can click the video on the screen. Yep.
Over the past year, I've uploaded tons of videos about the coolest animals from every corner of the world. So I've decided to take my favorite videos and turn it into another
Wait, if you're watching this in
overcharged me at the nail salon and led to chaos. So I've been going to this nail salon for like 2 years now. Perfect reviews online, great work, the whole deal. Only weird thing was they never posted their prices anywhere, but whatever. I usually paid 40 or 50 bucks. Last month I walked in for my usual appointment. Same tech, same design I always get. Just a simple gel manicure in red. Nothing fancy. I'm sitting there chatting with this girl next to me who's getting literally the exact same thing but in pink instead. When I'm done, I walk up to pay and the front desk girl goes, "That'll be $70. I literally stopped mid-reach for my wallet. 70? For the same nails I've been getting for 2 years? Prices went up, she says with this shrug like it's no big deal. I'm thinking, okay, inflation is crazy right now. Maybe they had to raise prices. Still felt like a huge jump, but I paid it because what else was I gonna do? Argue in front of everyone? But then I remembered I left my phone charger at my station. As I'm walking back to grab it, I lean over to the girl who was sitting next to me and whisper, $70 for nails is insane, right? This woman's face went completely white. She starts asking her nail tech in this panicked voice how much her nails are gonna cost because she's never paid more than $30 here, ever. And she's been coming for almost a year. Her tech immediately goes into damage control mode. Oh, you're such a loyal customer. We'll keep your price at $30 today, but this lady is not having it. She's getting louder now, asking how I've been coming for 2 years and I'm paying $70 when she's paying $30 for the exact same service. Other people start looking over. That's when it got interesting. This older woman across the salon chimes in that she paid $60 last week. Another girl says she paid $45 yesterday. Someone else paid $55 for the same exact gel manicure I just got. Within like 5 minutes, half the salon is comparing prices and realizing they've all been charged completely different amounts for identical services. This one lady starts crying because she thought she was getting some special deal at $35, but now she feels stupid. The nail techs are all looking at each other like they got caught. The manager comes out trying to calm everyone down, making up some story about different pricing for different service levels, but nobody's buying it. One woman pulls up her bank statements on her phone, showing she's paid 4 different prices for the same service over the past 6 months. Another customer starts taking pictures of her nails, saying she's gonna post about this online. I'm just standing there with my charger watching this place completely implode. The woman who was sitting next to me is now at the front desk demanding to speak to the owner. 2 other customers walked out without paying, saying they'd be back with the prices in writing or they're disputing the charges. The manager finally admits they don't have set prices and just charge whatever they think people will pay. Rich-looking car in the parking lot, higher price. Designer purse, higher price. Look like you'll complain, lower price. I left during the chaos but checked their Google reviews later that night. 7 new 1-star reviews all posted within a few hours, all about the pricing scam. Someone had already posted screenshots of text conversations with friends comparing what they paid. Last time I drove by there 2 weeks ago, they had a big closing soon sign in the window. Overcharged me at the nail salon and led to chaos. So I've been
Wait, if you're watching
Hehehehe